Hello there, and welcome to this episode of A Tiny Dot in Space, where I play the various states, regions, provinces, counties, states, regions, well, probably repeating myself already, i.e. the first level of subdivision of the various countries on planet Earth. I'm doing so on GeoGuessr, wherever it is available, and the objective is to, explore, see places I've never been and probably will never go to, and hopefully have a little bit of fun as I'm doing so, and try to score 25,000 points on GeoGuessr in the region in question. And if I fail in doing so, well, that region is not complete, and it might turn up again at a later date in the series. And if I do play 25,000 points, well, that is completed, and we won't see it again in the series. Excuse me. And, today we are going into Malaysia. And, there's only been one episode out of Malaysia so far, and that was out of Sarawak, which is over here, which was very tricky. This time we're going into Kelantan, in the state of Kelantan, also known as Kelantan, in Kelantanese Malay. And, what can we say about this region? You can see that it's really close up now. Let's zoom out one click, shall we? There we go. And so we have 1.85 million people living here, almost 1.86. We got 15,101 square kilometers. And you can see that pretty much it's the top third that is densely covered, and then the southern two-thirds are not very much covered at all. But I have a feeling we'll find ourselves down here a lot even so. The capital is the city of Kota Baru, which sits about here in the middle of all these blobs. And apparently in 2010 had a population of just shy of 300,000. So that's probably risen into, I would say, probably the 350s by now. It's been 15 years, so why not? So, while the number of inhabitants overall is more recent, that's from 2023. So yeah, we have played Thailand. That was tough. And we have played Indonesia a lot, which is very tricky. And Malaysia is a lot like playing Indonesia, but there are some differences. Let's see. We've only played, as I said, that one episode out of Malaysia yet in Sarawak, but we'll have to see what Kelantan will offer us. And let's see, I'm just going to put the challenge link in a safe place. There we go. And we start the game. Let's see if I can finish this game before dinner. Well, dinner is still, 3 hours away, so hopefully I won't be at this for that long. Kawasan Banjir. Okay, I am going to write that down right away. Kawasan Banjir. No idea where it might be, but let's see. So we go north up. Could be a good thing. It's also pretty flat, so that rules out at least this part. Although we could be in. Let's see, it's fairly flat here. And it's very flat in the interior here. Some hills and bumps. Then this area is very flat, and of course down towards the coast is very flat. Just a few ridges here and there. So yeah, this could be anywhere. But I think it's, let's see, it should be pretty pinnable. Well, especially if that road is on the map. We can hope. Interesting building over there. What's that? So yeah, Now the thing with Malaysia, at least out of Sarawak, is that I believe they have much the same road naming system as they do in Indonesia. Like the through roads having Sungai Golok. Okay. Like so write that one down as well. The through roads have names that reflect on what places they're going between. So was it Sungai Bolok or was it Golok? Oh, okay, that's interesting. So we have different names on either side. So that's Sungai Golok. And then there's another name on the other side. Namely, Jagalan, or Jagala. Jagala. Kebershan. Kebershan. Sungai. Okay. Keber. No, I think it says Kebersihan. Yeah, that says Kebersihan, not Kebershan, but Kebersihan. Okay, Sungai. There's a town on the other side of the river here. Fair size to it. And then we're coming up on this rather out of place looking building. So let's see. Sumber Pengaria and Pengairan. Sungai Golok. Right, I've grown fairly familiar with the naming and signs and the culture of signs in Indonesia now, but I need to relearn. Pulau Ular. No. Is that Ular? I think it is. Pulau Ular Jetty. Okay, so Pulau, that means island. And jetty. That suggests a few things about where we are. Jabatan custom di Raja Malaysia Pulau Ular Jetty STNBHD Jetty Persendirian. Okay, so I would assume that means we're quite close to the sea, or we could, of course, this river could be navigable quite far. It actually seems like it is. But also this pier is closed off, so it is a commercial, and it's, well, that pretty much goes without saying, but it is like properly closed off, like a proper harbor. So let's have a little look along this river. Just for getting a little familiar. was Ular Pasukan. So we have the Palau Ular. We also had we had a river crossing. We also had one up there, but I think that... How about this one? That's a proper road, but it's not... Here we got Simpangan. Yeah, that's probably it. So we must have been up here. That poses a bit of a problem. There's an island, that's probably the Pulau Ular. Okay, there's an easy way to confirm this, and that is to check for that bridge. (2020 hindsight) should have gone that way. Yep, that bend matches, and then we're going to have a very, very abrupt bend to the left, and we're going to cross the river, the Golok. Yep. Okay, so we're on this bend. Next question. We are not... Well, that building is that one, so we are further along. Let's see, there's nothing of use to be in the cardinal directions except maybe that house there, which is likely to be that one. But we're looking south of it. Let's see, when I'm looking west, I'm looking through on this waterway. About there-ish. That looks... If that is this big house there, then that looks decent to me. Direction of those two buildings down there, southwest. Let's see, southwest. Seems a little shallow. I think the angle should be up there. But now we're going to go with that. Nice, nice, nice. Took a while, but we got there. This might take a longer while. East or west, I think either direction is as bad. But at least we got the sign up there. Let's see what that is. And not terribly optimistic about 25k on this location. But that's helpful. Let's see. Simpangke, Kuala Krai, and Nuala Nal. I think I saw Kuala... Yeah, that's Kuala Krai. Kuala Nal. Let's see, we've got 8, which runs here. That's a long one. And we need a 221. Trying to put my glasses on. Let's see. So we got a 219. And as always, the road I'm looking for is not there. We've got 211, but we want a 221. Let's see, and this is running eastward, so how does that square with the 8? Let's see, can we see Kuala Nal? Where does... Well, I don't think we're necessarily on the 8. And we got to the 221 in 500 meters. No, or is it all of this? Okay, let's head to that intersection then. That should make me a little wiser. At least ought to. Okay, so here the 8 meets with the 221. So here, we're south of Kuala Krai. Okay. And it said, did it say Kampong Ke? So the 8 goes north. And then, there's more. Okay. Kuala Hau, Temangan. So where does the 8 turn east? Well, we have a position here, which it isn't. This is way too far south. So where does it join the 221? South of Kuala Krai. And go west. Unless, of course, we're inside Kuala Krai, but that doesn't seem to match. Let's see. Kampong Pasir Era, Kuala Hau, Temangan. Huh. Temangan is here. This is a 219. And then there's two. Okay, so a 290 to Kuala Hau. There. But is it 4 kilometers to the intersection then? Kampong Kuala Hau. Temangan there. So how can it be 17 kilometers to Temangan? And there is Kampong Kuala Nal. Are we here now? So, wait. Does that mean heading towards the 8? That might be it, Except that... Yeah, and then it turns. It's a Kakda grocery store. Let's get this one. Oh, it is at a grocery store, that's for sure. So, go live. Yeah, this got to be the Kakda. When we don't have any buildings showing. Okay, so we're somewhere here. All right. And the road does a couple of bendy things. Let's see. That bend here is this one. Ugh, that is so slight. If I can find where that bend starts, and where this bend starts, I could do count on those. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23 to... I would say to here. There. Okay, and then to the next bend. Let's see which one is easily. That's 23. Yeah, that's where. 23. 24, 25. No. No, 23 is where that bend ends. Then we go the opposite way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 14 is where this bend starts. So let's see now. Get that on the edge there. So 14 and 23 is 37. That gives me 18 and a half about there. We want 14. 8 and a half, so that's 9 3/4. Let's call it 10. And 5. Let's see, 5 is going to be in between the two of those. Let's see. And 14 will be about here. How does that look? It's a definite maybe, but I don't have anything else to go by, so... And as far as I can see, there are no houses on the map. That will help me. So this is what it is. It will be make or break for this round. It will be break. Dude. Okay, nice. Watch me mess this one up instead. It's fresh, it's good. Oh, that's good. Oh, here we got the sign. I like signs. Especially like these ones. That says the D21 to Tumpat and number 3 to Kota Baru. So let's see, here's the D23. Okay, so it's another one of those where so when they put up the numbers, they put up the direction towards those roads. Not that these are the numbers of the road in question. So let's see. That's a lot of clinics. Let's see, here we're looking westwards. That's a surprise. So, how do we square that? So, there's a Palakbang, Kampong Laut. Let's see if we can see any of this. There's only one kampong, and that is Laut. And Sungai Pinang is a little too far away. Pulau Tongkang. Well, that's 16 kilometers. That's not helpful to me. Okay. So this is south. Okay. Guess we came from the north. And now we're gonna go west in the direction of the 21 and the 3. So how am I supposed to interpret that? Maybe that we are down in this area. Well, we'll see. Let's see, that one doesn't offer me anything. This one might. Nope. Okay. And this one? Nah. Okay, keep an eye open for any business banners. Lorong Mahmud. What do we have here? Palak Bang. Palak Bang. We've seen Palak Bang a couple of times. I'm kind of a little confused whether that is actually a name or if that is a noun. I'm starting to believe that's a noun. But let's see. Okay, so let's check this intersection here. This intersection is not it. So we've got a D171. Okay, so we're on the D172. So where would D171 be? Don't put this up there. Yeah, where would indeed the 70? Here's the 71. So yeah, that makes a lot more sense. That makes a lot more sense. So yeah, because he was standing right on top of this thing. Right. So how far along were we? We passed the Lorong Mahmud. So were we all the way over here? Let's see, so that's, yes, we were. Because when we go here, that's pretty much the end of the road. It's a little bit going down at a bend like so. We should have the J and T Express here. How old is this footage? 2021. Okay, so it's had a few years. Insurance agents. Lila's homestay. Wait a minute. Bellalicious Cake House. Not that one. Should be this one. LS Pentangin. Yep. Now we're here. Let's see. Where did we start? Slightly up. Let's see how many houses are from the LS Pentangin. That's the Pentangin. And we got the Herimajo Enterprise, which is that garage there. And we got this little building at the back there, and we got this grocery store here, which is the KTP merchandise. And we are well north of that, and we are, let's see, perpendicular to the road-ish. We are looking, yeah, this ought to be a good placement, except that we're closer to that side of the road. Good. Oh, this should be well pinnable. Okay, so we are on the Jalan Tepi SK Keting. So Jalan is road. Tepi SK Keting. Gunung. What else do we have? Okay, so we are in the Keting Kampung, also Kampung Keting village. And Perupok Bachok. Let's see, Perupok Bachok. Kampung Keting. There's a Jacob Bachok again. Can we see? Can we see Gunung anywhere? Gunung. Not at this level of zoom. Just have a cursory look. Let's see if we can find Keting as well. Here we got Bachok. Uh, Not gonna bank everything on us being. There's Gunung. Kampong Bakong. We want Keting. Let's see. Here we got Kampong Keting. Sorry, Keting. Looking south, that is looking westwards. Keting, Keting, Keting. I wonder if I might be here. Possibly. No, that's probably not it. So, TPSK Keting. And Pinjaman something. Let's see, looking north. What do we have here? Roma Untuk something. Doesn't seem to appear right away. But okay, put a marker there. Let's see, how far is it to the river? It should be, hang on, maybe we should have a look at names of businesses. Okay, that doesn't give me a name. That's a long building. Let's see. Very long building. Nothing that fits on this map, though. Pretty straight road. That could be this Lorong Pak pin. I'm not sold on that idea yet, though. Let's see. Up the road, and here we got some intersections coming up, which would make sense. The 132, the D13, and the D10. So we got the 132. We got the D13 running that way. So that suggests that we are on the D13. That doesn't make a lot of sense. So let's see, we got the Kedainasi Kakya. That should be this one, I think. Or possibly that one. 16 to Bachok. That makes sense. Toyan Labagiri. Lots of stuff that doesn't quite add up here. Is that a petrol station I see coming up? It is. Not marked on the map as far as I can see. Wait, and this is... Okay, slowly making my way towards the intersection. Bukit Kechik. Well, this road doesn't come with the name, so that doesn't help. So yeah, and there's a small business here. Now this doesn't look right. That looks more correct to me. There's also the gas station. Okay, right, okay, finally. So, that means that we're down here somewhere. We need to identify which. So we got a road here with a fairly decent-sized building. Can I go that way? No, I can't. It's got a decent-sized building. Could be that one. That one has sort of a staggered facade. And then we have got this one, which is that we are missing a shack to the front here, but the footage is from '21. And they're constructing a house here. Which seems to have the correct shape. With columns and everything. Let's see now. Down here. Small diagonal road heading up. That little house. And there's also a road going the opposite way with a small shack here in the intersection. Yeah. I'm not gonna faff about anymore with that. I think this is the one. Especially with that shack being right over there. Yep. Cool. Not so cool. But should be possible to pin even so. Let's see, west, northwest. Let's try that. I have to say, it's been pretty much a lovely area. Well, everything looks nice in the sunshine, but still. Let's see. This is also very flat, so you're quite likely up in the north again. Well, the light feels differently here. Possibly less smog or something. Okay, we've got the Mashid Mukim Dal. And here we probably got something that is of interest. Project Bekalan Erluar Bandar. No, I don't. What does it say on that bollard? PA 150 meters. Okay. These shops aren't so keen on putting up banners like they are in Indonesia or in the Philippines. I'm in Ascar. Now let's see. Name of project. Jalan Menurap Ladang Tanjung Badang Cempaka. That's a long name. Let's see. So it's Kampong Tanjung Badang Cempaka. I'm starting to have a feeling that might be a bit of a red herring. So let's see. Menurap and Ladang. Tahun 2014. Oh, 2020 footage. Yeah, I have to say, I really like this area. Nice and bright and colorful, and lots of quite fetching houses. Definitely not the most busy part of Malaysia, and I don't mind. But would like some information. I have had some yes, but I don't think that was particularly enlightening, and I'm starting to wonder if going west might have been a bad idea. This kind of... okay, let's see. There we go. Oh, okay, so we are within Kota Baru. Let's see. So, Kampong Pau Dal on the PCB road in Kota Baru. Kampong Pau. Here we might have something. Mukim Dal. I think we might have been here. Let's see now. So, premix baking and That should in that case be in there somewhere. Let's see, so we got some... Yeah... Okay, so let's not make the mistake I've done a couple of times recently by marrying to a particular idea. Let's see, we're heading south of west. Could be here. But that doesn't look right. And then we got a cemetery. Which means I'm not out of the woods yet. Okay, so let's see. How long do I have to go? And that was kind of eerie running past those coffins. Oh, I got it the wrong way around. Classic me. Let's see. This ought to be the Meselo setup. So road going in there, which turns rather quickly and also goes on in a little path. There is not much up on the side here. We have this building, which ought to be that one. There's a bend coming up ahead, and there should be a road on the bend. Sort of, there is, yes. This house looks like it's fitting. And then we got Dobilazan Iri Al Usma. I just want the final confirmation. But yeah, this is definitely it. We got something else, an eatery on the corner here. Yeah, okay, so we should be over here, then that's just me looking the wrong way. So the question is still though. So okay, so if I'm looking in here, am I looking here? Or am I looking here? Let's see, now I'm looking at that thing down there, which has to be this one. So road going in. Don't particularly like this. If so, that has to be this house. Now we got this road doing the right thing. Okay. Getting closer. Getting there, getting there, getting there. Looking west. How far around the corner am I? Pretty far. Well, it must be this building I'm looking at. Yeah, because I can see that little corner thingy there. One more time. And we're looking kind of at the middle of it. So if I say I'm there, I think I should be pretty safe. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, it took an hour, but it kind of felt like the time flew by. The one I struggled most with was the first round, really. The others were quite cool, even if the last one took a long time. I was never bored in this game, and hang on, I had to sneeze. Oh yeah. Right, I was never bored in this game, and I'm just so super chuffed that I got that one right. So that we had a shot at getting a 25k round. So yeah, so that means I'm 2 out of 2 for Malaysia, Sarawak, and Kelantan. Excellent. Yeah. So that's it for today's episode, and I'm glad you're still with me here on a tiny dot in space, and I hope you'll join me for the next episode. Until then, bye bye.